Old doctors, we use these 5 vitamins to fix leg circulation after 60. At 67, Robert could barely walk to his mailbox without his legs going numb. His doctor said it was just poor circulation from aging. But then his neighbor, a retired vascular surgeon, showed him these 5 vitamins. Within 3 weeks, Robert was walking 2 miles every morning with much less numbness and pain. Here is what most people over 60 never learn about leg circulation. Your blood vessels are not broken. They are starving for specific nutrients. When you give them the right vitamins in the right way, something remarkable happens. Quick warning though. Most people take these vitamins incorrectly. They buy expensive supplements that barely absorb. I will show you exactly how to get these vitamins working in your body, mostly from simple foods you already have. Now, let me share the 5 vitamins that can support your leg circulation, starting with the one that changed everything for Robert. Vitamin number 1, vitamin E. Remember Robert from the beginning? His legs would go completely numb after walking just 50 feet. The pins and needles feeling was so bad that he had to sit down every few minutes. His retired surgeon neighbor told him something surprising. Your leg vessels are probably inflamed, not damaged. Try vitamin E first. Vitamin E works like oil in a rusty pipe. It makes your blood flow smoother and reduces the inflammation in your vessel walls. When your blood vessels are inflamed, they get narrow and stiff. Blood cannot flow properly to your legs and feet. That is when you feel numbness, cold feet, and that heavy, tired feeling in your legs. But here is what matters more. Vitamin E protects the inner lining of your blood vessels from damage. Think of it like a protective coating that keeps your vessels flexible and open. Studies show it may help circulation in older adults. What really happens inside your blood vessels is fascinating. Every day, your vessel walls face attacks from something called free radicals. These are like tiny sparks that damage your vessel lining. Vitamin E acts like a fire extinguisher, putting out these sparks before they cause real damage. Without enough vitamin E, these free radicals create small injuries in your vessel walls. Your body tries to repair them with cholesterol patches, which narrows your vessels even more. The best food sources are simple. Sunflower seeds have the most. Just 1 handful gives you all the vitamin E you need for the day. Almonds work great too. About 20 almonds provide your daily amount. Spinach, avocados, and olive oil are also excellent sources. Robert started eating a handful of almonds every afternoon and cooking with olive oil instead of butter. Here is something most doctors do not mention. The type of vitamin E matters. There are 8 different forms of vitamin E in nature. The one in most supplements is just one form called alpha-tocopherol, but foods give you all 8 forms, which work together. Mixed tocopherols and tocotrienols from food sources protect your vessels in ways a single form cannot. This is why eating vitamin E is so much better than taking pills. Most adults aim for about 15 milligrams per day, the daily value. That is 1 handful of sunflower seeds or 20 almonds. Eat them with some fat like avocado or olive oil because vitamin E needs fat to absorb properly. Take it with your biggest meal of the day for best absorption. The timing of when you eat vitamin E foods makes a difference, too. Your body absorbs it best in the afternoon or evening when your digestive enzymes are most active. This is why Robert's afternoon almond snack worked so well. If you eat vitamin E foods in the morning, have them with eggs or avocado to boost absorption. The first sign it is working is warmer feet. Robert noticed this after just 5 days. Within 2 weeks, the numbness started fading. By week 3, he could walk to the park without stopping. His legs felt lighter and stronger than they had in years. Here is the mistake most people make. They take vitamin E on an empty stomach. It needs fat to work. Without fat, you absorb almost nothing. If you also take iron, separate the doses by a few hours, space them at least 4 hours apart. Some people take too much, thinking more is better. High doses can actually thin your blood too much. Stick to food sources when possible. They are safer and work better than most supplements. Vitamin number 2, vitamin C. Margaret, 72, had purple spider veins all over her legs. They were not just ugly, they hurt. Her legs would swell by evening, and she could barely get her shoes off. Her daughter, a nutritionist, told her she was missing vitamin C, not just for immunity, but for her blood vessels. Your blood vessels are made of collagen, like tiny rubber tubes. Vitamin C builds and repairs this collagen. Without enough vitamin C, your vessels become weak and leaky. Blood pools in your legs instead of flowing back to your heart. This causes swelling, spider veins, and that heavy feeling. Vitamin C also helps your body make nitric oxide. This is like a natural vessel relaxer. It opens up your blood vessels so blood flows more easily. Think of it like turning a garden hose from a trickle to full flow. Studies show vitamin C may help ease evening leg swelling, but there is more to the vitamin C story. It also strengthens the tiny valves in your leg veins. These valves are like one-way doors that keep blood moving up toward your heart. When they weaken, blood flows backward and pools in your legs. Vitamin C helps rebuild these valves by making strong collagen fibers. This is especially important for the veins in your calves, which work hardest against gravity. Oranges are good, but red bell peppers have 3 times more vitamin C. One red pepper gives you twice your daily needs. Strawberries, kiwi fruit, and broccoli are also packed with it. Margaret started eating a red bell pepper with lunch and a cup of strawberries after dinner. The way you prepare these foods matters for vitamin C content. Raw is usually best because heat destroys vitamin C. But here is a trick. Lightly steaming vegetables for just 2 to 3 minutes can actually make vitamin C easier to absorb. The heat breaks down cell walls, releasing more vitamin C. Just do not overcook. Boiling vegetables for 10 minutes can destroy half the vitamin C. About 90 milligrams per day covers most adults' daily needs. That is 1 orange plus half a red bell pepper, or 1 cup of strawberries. Spread it throughout the day because your body cannot store vitamin C. 3 small doses work better than 1 large dose. Something interesting happens when you combine vitamin C with other nutrients. It helps your body absorb iron from plant foods. This matters for circulation because iron carries oxygen in your blood. Eat vitamin C foods with beans, spinach, or lentils to boost iron absorption. This combination is especially helpful if you feel tired along with circulation problems. Margaret noticed less swelling after just 1 week. Her shoes fit normally in the evening. The spider veins started fading after a month, but the biggest change was how light her legs felt. She said it was like someone removed ankle weights she did not know she was wearing. The common mistake is taking it all at once. Your body can only use so much at a time. The rest gets flushed out. Also, avoid taking vitamin C with aspirin if you take blood thinners. It can increase the blood thinning effect too much. Check with your doctor first. Vitamin number 3, vitamin D. Here is something shocking. Many people over 60 are low in vitamin D, and this directly affects their leg circulation. Vitamin D controls how your blood vessels expand and contract. Without enough, your vessels stay tight and narrow. John, 68, lived in Seattle, where the sun rarely shines. His legs cramped every night. Walking upstairs left him breathless. His blood pressure was creeping up. Then he learned his vitamin D was severely low. This was not just affecting his bones, it was affecting his circulation. Vitamin D helps your blood vessels relax and widen. It reduces inflammation throughout your circulatory system. It even helps regulate blood pressure. When your vitamin D is low, your blood vessels cannot function properly. Blood flow to your legs decreases. Muscles do not get enough oxygen. That is when cramps and weakness start. What most people miss is that vitamin D affects your blood vessel lining in 3 important ways. First, it helps produce nitric oxide, which relaxes vessels. Second, it reduces inflammation markers that make vessels stiff. Third, it helps regulate calcium in your blood, preventing it from depositing in vessel walls. These 3 actions together can make a huge difference in how your legs feel. The sun is the best source, but after 60, your skin makes less vitamin D from sunlight. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel are excellent sources. 3 ounces of salmon provides your daily needs. Egg yolks, mushrooms exposed to sunlight, and fortified milk also help. There is a special trick with mushrooms that most people do not know. If you put store-bought mushrooms in direct sunlight for 30 minutes, they produce vitamin D. Place them gill side up on a windowsill. This can increase their vitamin D content by 10 times. It works with any mushroom variety. This is an easy way to boost vitamin D in your meals naturally. If you do not have quality vitamin D sources available, I have included a trusted option from Amazon in the description below. Many people need supplements, especially in the winter months. For circulation, aim for about 20 micrograms or 800 units daily. If you are deficient, you might need more initially. Get your levels checked. The difference can be dramatic. John started taking vitamin D with his fattiest meal for best absorption. The time of day you take vitamin D can affect how well it works. Research shows taking it with your largest meal improves absorption by up to 50%. The fat in your meal helps dissolve the vitamin D. This is why John took it with dinner, his biggest meal. Morning doses on an empty stomach waste much of the vitamin. Within 2 weeks, John's night cramps eased a lot. His energy improved. Walking became easier. After 2 months, his blood pressure readings were steadier and lower. His doctor was amazed at how much his circulation improved just from correcting his vitamin D. The big mistake is taking vitamin D without vitamin K2. They work together. Vitamin D helps absorb calcium, but K2 directs it to your bones, not your arteries. Without K2, calcium can build up in your blood vessels. Eat some cheese or fermented foods when you take vitamin D. Vitamin number 4, B vitamins, especially B3. Susan's feet were always ice cold, even in summer. She wore socks to bed every night. Her toes would turn white when slightly cold. This is called Raynaud's syndrome, and it is often caused by poor circulation. Her integrative medicine doctor suggested vitamin B3, also called niacin. B vitamins, especially B3, work like a circulation pump. B3 helps dilate tiny blood vessels and increase local blood flow. You might feel a warm flush when you first take it. That is your blood vessels opening up. B3 also lowers bad cholesterol and raises good cholesterol. This keeps your arteries clear for better blood flow. B12 and B6 help too. They reduce something called homocysteine, which damages blood vessels. Together, these B vitamins are like a complete circulation tune-up. The B vitamin family is larger than most people realize. There are 8 B vitamins total, and they all work together for circulation health. B1 helps your blood vessels use energy properly. B2 protects vessels from oxidative damage. B5 helps make red blood cells. B7 helps regulate blood sugar, which affects circulation. B9, also called folate, works with B12 to keep homocysteine low. When you get all 8 B vitamins, your entire circulatory system works better. Chicken breast, tuna, and peanuts are loaded with B3. 3 ounces of chicken gives you most of your daily needs. Whole grains, mushrooms, and green peas are good sources too. For B12, eat fish, eggs, and dairy. B6 comes from bananas, potatoes, and chickpeas. Here is something important about B12 that many people over 60 need to know. As we age, our stomachs make less acid. This acid is needed to absorb B12 from food. Even if you eat plenty of B12 foods, you might not absorb enough. This is why some people need B12 supplements or fortified foods, where the B12 is already in a form that does not need stomach acid. You need about 16 milligrams of B3 daily for men, 14 for women. Start with food sources. If you need supplements, begin with a low dose. The flush feeling is normal, but can be uncomfortable at first. Take it with food to reduce flushing. Susan started eating tuna twice a week and snacking on peanuts. She added a banana to her breakfast for 6 baht. Within 10 days, her feet felt warmer. After a month, she stopped wearing socks to bed. The white toe problem faded. The mistake people make is taking high-dose B3 without building up slowly. This causes intense flushing that scares people. Start low and increase gradually. Also, B vitamins work best together. Do not just take one. Eat foods with all the B vitamins for best results. Vitamin number 5, vitamin K2. This is the forgotten vitamin that hardly anyone talks about. Yet it might be the most important for circulation after 60. Vitamin K2 supports proteins that keep calcium in bones and helps counter calcium buildup in arteries. Richard, 71, had calcium building up in his leg arteries. His doctor said this was causing his circulation problems. Surgery was the only option, they said. Then Richard learned about vitamin K2. 6 months later, he felt he could walk farther with less calf pain. His care plan focused on lifestyle and follow-up. As we age, calcium starts depositing in our blood vessels instead of our bones. This makes vessels stiff and narrow. Blood cannot flow properly. Your legs do not get enough oxygen and nutrients. Vitamin K2 activates proteins that pull calcium out of soft tissues and direct it to bones. The science behind K2 is remarkable. It activates something called matrix GLA protein, which is like a calcium traffic controller. This protein grabs calcium from your blood vessel walls and escorts it out. Without K2, this protein cannot work. The calcium stays stuck in your vessels, making them hard like bone. This is why some doctors call it vascular calcification. K2 is a key nutrient that activates these proteins. The best sources are foods most Americans never eat. Natto, a fermented soybean dish from Japan, has the most. But cheese, especially aged cheese like Gouda, is a good source. Egg yolks, butter from grass-fed cows, and sauerkraut also provide K2. There are two main types of K2, and this matters. MK4 is found in animal foods like egg yolks and butter. It works quickly but does not last long in your body. MK7 is found in fermented foods like natto and aged cheese. It stays in your body for days, providing longer protection. Ideally, you want both types. This is why combining eggs for breakfast with aged cheese for lunch works so well. You need about 100 micrograms daily. A slice of aged Gouda cheese provides about 75 micrograms. 2 egg yolks give you about 30. Combine these foods throughout the day for the best results. Richard started eating aged cheese daily and eggs several times a week. He added sauerkraut to sandwiches. Within 2 months, his walking distance doubled. The pain in his calves disappeared. His doctor could not believe the improvement in his artery imaging. Never take vitamin K2 if you are on blood thinners like warfarin without talking to your doctor. It can interfere with these medications. Also, K2 works best with vitamin D and magnesium. They are a team for healthy circulation and bones. Now you know the 5 vitamins that can support your leg circulation after 60. Vitamin E reduces inflammation. Vitamin C strengthens vessels. Vitamin D helps them relax. B vitamins open them up. And K2 keeps them clear of calcium. Together, they work like a complete circulation restoration system. Start with foods first.